What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I bring to you another Blu-ray pickups video. I ain't done one of these in a while, so without further ado, let's get into this one. So yeah, picked up a few Blu-rays this month. Only a few, but I think there's some cool ones here that you might like. Starting off strong with Parasite, the award-winning Korean... Is it Korean? I don't even know. I'm gonna look like a right fucking idiot if it isn't. Yes, yes it is. I'm saved. It is. I got it right. But yeah, the Oscar-winning Korean film by Bong Joon-ho. I've heard this is a incredible movie that literally I need to see, so I finally picked it up. I will get around to watching it eventually, but it is what it is. A big shout out to my good friend Kevin over at FYM Reacts. He couldn't say enough about how good this film is before he could really kind of spoil anything. I was like, look, I'm going to buy it, I'm going to check it out eventually, bear with me. But yeah, he's a big fan. He's just hit 10,000 subscribers. Go and check out his channel. He's a music reacts channel, really cool dude. But yeah, we have this mutual love for movies and horror films in general, so we've been having a good bunch of conversations recently, and it led me to pick up Parasite because he was like, it's amazing. So yeah, sounds like the Oscar has been well deserved for this one, and I look forward to checking it out when I have time to actually get around to watching it. So yeah, first one I picked up this month was Parasite. Now I went on a bit of a Dragon Ball craze this month, where they obviously they've recently re-released all the movies, the Dragon Ball movies, on Blu-ray. There's this one big collector's set you can get, which is way too expensive from what I want to pay. So I ended up getting them fairly cheaply individually. Zavi had an awesome anime sale recently, so I picked up a couple from there, and I picked up the rest using a CEX voucher from CEX. So first up, we have Dragon Ball Z, Fusion Reborn and Wrath of the Dragon. These are the final two films in the original 13 Dragon Ball movies. Fusion Reborn is one of the best Dragon Ball Z movies in my opinion. You meet Gogeta for the first time, and you fight arguably one of the greatest Dragon Ball villains in Janemba, which is basically all the evil and sin in the world manifesting itself into one being. It's a really cool concept for a villain, and I really do like it. But yeah, I can imagine a lot of you watching this are like, I ain't got a fucking clue what you're talking about, because I know that maybe not everyone is familiar with Dragon Ball. It's a very deep franchise, a lot goes on in this franchise, and it's very, very hard to keep up if you're not familiar with it from the beginning. It can be very confusing. But yeah, I'm a massive fan. As always, you can see behind me I've got DVDs and collection there. But yeah, I add the Blu-ray movies to my collection, you know, because they were fairly cheap, and I love Dragon Ball, so I thought, why the fuck not? Anyway, so yeah, that's the first one. Then I picked up probably the two greatest TV specials ever when it concerns Dragon Ball, which is The History of Trunks and Bardock, the Father of Goku. Two super iconic TV specials from the 90s. Everybody loves these. I don't think I've met a Dragon Ball fan that doesn't like these two kind of micro movies, I suppose. They're not really feature-length movies, they're more kind of like TV specials, but they are micro movies. They're not very long, but they are really, really high quality, really good storytelling, and they're some of the best come out of Dragon Ball in my opinion. Next up is one of the ones I picked up from Zavi, which is Cooler's Revenge and The Return of Cooler. Two really good movies that I quite enjoy. I think The Return of Cooler gets really fucking weird and really crazy, but it's still damn right entertaining. You know, Cooler's Revenge is also really entertaining as well, and yeah, I think it's a really cool what if story after Goku comes back after defeating Frieza and attaining the Super Saiyan form. But yeah, it's just a great duology here that I highly recommend anyone into anime or Dragon Ball to check out if you haven't. Like, I know there's definitely Dragon Ball fans that have not got around to checking out every film, but yeah, the Cooler duology I definitely recommend. The next one that I picked up from Zavi is the Broly trilogy. Broly, the Legendary Super Saiyan, Broly Second Coming, and Bio Broly. I love the original Broly Legendary Super Saiyan movie. I think it's such an iconic story, an iconic film, and an iconic character for Dragon Ball. Second Coming I've not seen, so I'm kind of a bit blind to that one. Bio Broly, I unfortunately have seen it. It's fucking horrendous. But for like, I think it was like £12 for this, I thought I'd grab it. And yeah, and I just think these are just really nicely presented. I'm a bit bummed out they don't all have slip covers, because I got this from Xavier as well and it's sealed, but yet it doesn't come with a slip cover like this one does. It's very strange, and it really makes me having these in kind of almost like you know, it's not going to be uniform on the shelf, which winds me the fuck up. I don't know about you guys, but having things in uniform, it just looks nice on a shelf. So that's going to wind me up unless I just don't have the slip covers, which I love the slip covers, so why would I get rid of them? But anyway, yeah, this is the next one. Yeah, Broly, Legendary Super Saiyan, Broly the Second Coming, and Bio Broly. A really cool trilogy where I've only seen 2/3 of. The first one is classic Dragon Ball, and Broly is a classic Dragon Ball character. So yeah, really good one. We're glad to have it. Next up, we go more old school Dragon Ball with the Tree of Might and Lord Slug. Lord Slug is infamous for having the what they call the false Super Saiyan transformation, where Goku transforms and his hair doesn't go gold. He just gets, you know, his eyes just go white, and he looks a bit evil. There's a reason for that. Basically, the film came out before the actual anime episode of Goku becoming a Super Saiyan actually aired, so they couldn't give that away, so they chose to make Goku just have black hair, looks like he's in Kaioken. It's not a bad one. Tree of Might is one of my favourites. Fantastic movie in the Dragon Ball franchise. It introduces us to Turles, the other brother of Goku. Not canon though, it's only within this film. But yeah, another really good double set to have. That's all the Dragon Ball stuff picked up. Really happy to get. I'm probably going to get the rest of them because they're really nice to have on Blu-ray. Last but not least, I saw a post on I think it was Big Paulie's Chatting Movies group. Check it out, I'll link it in the description on Facebook, and someone was like, what's your favourite medieval film of all time? So there's me perusing, what could it be, looking on Google, just refreshing my memory of like medieval films, and one just stuck out. I'm just like, I love that film, I don't own it yet. Why don't I own it yet? I love that movie. And that movie is Dragonheart. Big childhood movie for me. I love dragons. I like the medieval setting, swords and boards and stuff like that. Probably my favourite medieval film. I know it's a bit of an oddball choice, but I love this film. I think it stands the test of time today. Some of the CG effects are quite dated, as they will be, but I still think this is a super entertaining movie with tons of charm. It's a parental guidance, but let's be fair, it's pretty fucking violent for a bloody PG. But that just makes it even more awesome, man. Makes it even more awesome. Yeah, Dragonheart, I had to pick it up. Probably my favourite medieval film ever. I love this movie. Yeah, let me know if you've seen this. I've not seen the sequels though. I've heard they're dog shit. But yeah, not seen any of the sequels. I think there's like 4 sequels. I think there's like 5 films altogether. What is going on? Anyway, Dragonheart is my final pickup of this month. Love this movie. It's fantastic. I think it's aged pretty well considering the major CG effects when it concerns the Draco in the film. But yeah, awesome movie. That is it for this video and for those pickups. Let me know if you're into any of those films. Let me know if you've seen Parasite, because I'm dying to see that film. I'm not dying because I could wait, but you know, I'm awful at checking out stuff that I've purchased recently. Let me know if you're a Dragon Ball fan and want to see more anime on the channel. I do have an anime video coming very soon. How I discovered anime. I talk about 3 films that are a big impact on me when it concerns anime. Be on the lookout for that one, because that's going to be a really, really fun one. As always, thanks for watching. I have been Jason, and I am out.